Pioneer. Pioneer fans, Pioneer men's varsity hockey is live and on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, where it is the opening round of the Jilek Cup. Having a little issue with our hotspot. I'm hoping that things will get a little better in just a moment. And hopefully we'll have a good signal. But nonetheless, hopefully all of you can hear us here, as we are very excited to have the Dan Jilek Ann Arbor Cup tournament back. We did not have this last year. The former champion of the year before that is, of course, Pioneer. So Pioneer looking to repeat as champion if at all possible. But the first step they have in front of them is Father Gabriel Richard Green Hills. As we take a look and a couple things doing and working with this team. Pioneer is now 7-1-1, coming off of a thrilling victory over Saline. We'll get more into that in just a little bit, but that was a 5-4 win over Saline. As Saline came charging back in the third, Pioneer able to hold on for a win. That makes it 4 wins in a row, beating Huron before that. Tight game 3-2, beating Skyline 7-3, and beating Bedford 6-2. Their only loss on the season came back on December 4th versus Canton. That was a 7-3 win by Canton. Then they had a tie earlier versus Saline, so they were able to avenge that tie and get back on the winning way. So Pioneer 7-1-1 on the season. Taking a look at that game versus Saline, Pioneer scored 2 goals in the first to lead it 2-0 at the end of one. They scored another goal in the second to lead it 3-0 at the end of two. Then lots and lots of scoring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals happening in the third to make it a very, very exciting game. Pioneer was 1 for 3 on the power play, serving 12 penalty minutes. Saline 1 for 6 on the power play, serving 6 penalty minutes. Taking a look, I think I got the goals straightened out. I had a little bit of trouble telling who got what, but I got that straightened out. So let's take a look. In the first, it started off at 16-11 with a goal by Tuzinski, that from Kresge and Wilson, putting Pioneer up 1-0. Then at 12:34 in the first, it was Wilson from Lucas Schaefer, making it 2-0. Penalties in the first at 11:02 was Rupp going off for Saline for an illegal check, and then at 5:19 it was Jackal going off for Pioneer for holding. In the second, Pioneer scored at 14:26. It was Wilkins from Tuzinski on the power play. So the remainder of a penalty carrying over. Pioneer able to, that was a penalty early in the period. Pioneer able to score on the power play. Then the penalties were Roniewek for roughing at 14:55 for Saline. That one did lead to the power play goal. Then Pioneer went off at 12:18. Martin for hooking. Then at 9:09, Cass took a penalty, so Wilkins sat for Cass. That was a tripping call. And then at 6:57, Downey went off for interference for Saline. Then in the third at 16:09, it was Kresge scoring for Pioneer, making it 4-0 by Roderick and Jackal on the assists on that one. Then Saline scored at 15:04. Clark scored from Rolp and Idapalo, that on the power play. Then Saline scored again at 7:22. That was Rolp scoring from Clark on the power play. And that cut it to 4-2. Pioneer able to stretch the lead out 5-2 as Tuzinski got his second of the game from Roderick and McDaniel. Then Celine really poured it on at the end. Ida Paulo scored at 2:31 from Clark and Sorrell, and then at 1:57, Giacalone put it in from Ida Paulo and Trier. That made it 4-5, and Pioneer able to hold on for the remainder of the game to win the game, 5-4. Wilson took a penalty that at 15:52 for Pioneer. Yang took a penalty at 11:32 in the third, and Wilson took a tripping penalty at 8:56. It was Schroeder between the pipes for Celine. He played all 51 minutes, faced 26 shots on goal, saved 21 of them in the loss. Cass played between the pipes for Pioneer, and then a couple days later, yesterday, he pitched a personal best record, 92 miles an hour. So a big week for Julius Cass. We don't have number of shots on goal, but he does pick up the win. So the goal scorers for Celine: Rolp with a goal, Giacalone with a goal, Ida Paulo with a goal, and Clark with a goal for 4 goals. And the assists were 1 for Rolp, 1 for Sorrell, 2 for Ida Paulo, 2 for Clark, and 1 for Trier, making it 7 assists. For Pioneer, the goals were 2 for Tuzinski, 1 for Wilson, 1 for Wilkins, and 1 for Kresge. The assists were 1 for Lucas Schaefer, 1 for Tuzinski, 1 for McDaniel, 1 for Wilson, 2 for Roderick, 1 for Jackal, 2 for Kresge for 9 assists. Taking a look at the total points leaders right now for Pioneer, Jackal has 18 points, 9 games played. That's 12 goals and 6 assists. He has the top 4 points. Roderick is second with 16 points, that on 4 goals and 12 assists. Lucas Schaefer coming in third with 14 points, that on 8 goals and 6 assists. Kresge tied with 14 points, that on 5 goals and 9 assists. And then at fifth is Tuzinski with 11 points, 6 goals, and 5 assists. McDaniel's right behind him with, Wilkins right behind him with 9 points, and McDaniel with 8. So excellent work all around. Taking a look at the goaltenders, I don't think the save percentage, because we don't have shots out there, is correct. But both Davis and Cass have been doing a fantastic job between the pipes. What we have here for Elliot Davis is a 9.24 save percentage. For Julius Cass, an 8.96 save percentage. But again, I don't think we have all of the shots on goal to have a proper save percentage. 2 goals against average for Davis, 1.4 for Cass. Both of them have been playing fantastic. For Pioneer, taking a look at the scoring per period, 6 goals for Pioneer in the first, 3 for the opponents. That gives Pioneer a 3-goal differential in the first, 9 for Pioneer in the second. That to 3 for the opponents. That gives Pioneer a 6-goal differential in the second. That's their largest differential of any period. Pioneer has scored 25 in the third. That to the opponents 20 in the third, nothing in overtime. So Pioneer 40 goals, the opponents 26. That's a 14-goal differential for Pioneer. Taking a look at their total points, if you throw in 40 assists for Pioneer, that gives them I don't know where that went. Gives them 82 points there. So 40 goals, 40 goals, 42 assists. That gives 82 points. Then if you throw in 30 assists for the opponents, that gives them 56 points. So plus 26 points for Pioneer. Combined goaltender save percentage. If we take a look, Pioneer has a combined 2.88 goals against average. The opponents a 4.22. So Pioneer better by about a goal and a half against average. Save percentage, Pioneer has a 9.15 combined save percentage. Opponents 8.60. So that's a little bit about the Pioneer team there. Taking a look at Father Gabriel Richard, they are 5-1 on the season. They have a couple folks missing due to COVID protocols. Captain Jack Waldo just got back off of the protocol, so good to have their captain with the team. They started off with a win versus Grosseto 8-3. That back on November 19th. Then they beat Huron 9-1. That was on the 24th of November. They beat Wyandotte Roosevelt 2-0 on December 3rd. They were at Wyandotte and beat them. Nope, that's the same game. The Pinckney game was canceled. They lost to Milford. That was December 15th. It was an 8-5 game, and then they beat Divine Child in their last game 7-1. So they only had 3 games in the month of December due to things happening there. Take a look at that Divine Child game for the Irish. Father Gabriel Richard Greenhill scored 3 in the first to go out to a 3-0 lead. They scored 3 in the second. To have it 6-0 at the second intermission. They scored 1 in the third, and Dearborn Divine Child scored 1 in the third for a total of 7-1. The goal scorers for Dearborn Divine Child. Zilke scored a goal, and that was it. The assists were 2 assists to Carroll. You can't get two assists to one person on a single goal. Wedge Rock played 26 minutes and had 18 shots on goal, saved 13 of them in the loss. And then Tomasic came in for 25 minutes, faced 15 shots on goal, saved 13 of them. Over on the Father Gabriel Richard Greenhill side, it was Amos with a goal, White with a goal, Brewer with a goal, 3 for Lipinski, and 1 for Reiser. So 7 points, 16 assists, 3 for Holiday, 1 for Kosecki, 5 for Waldo, 2 for Kulik, 2 for Brewer, 2 for Lipinski, and 1 for Reiser. So 7 goals, 16 assists. It was Burke between the pipes. He faced 17 shots, saved 16 of them in the win. Taking a look at the top point getters, who do you need to worry about most? For Father Gabriel Richard, who does Pioneer need to key in on? Well, the top 2 point getters have a lot more points than anyone else. Jack Waldo, who's just back off of protocol, he has 21 points on 8 goals and 13 assists. Jack Lipinski's number 2. He has 19 points on 8 goals and 11 assists. Then it drops off from there. Reiser has 9 points on 4 goals and 5 assists. 6 points for Brewer. He has 3 goals and 3 assists. And then number 5 is Kulik with 1 goal and 4 assists for 5 points. So really those, scoring can come from anywhere from this team, but really those top 2, Captain Waldo and Assistant Captain Lipinski, or alternate Captain Lipinski, with the bulk of the points for this Irish team. Benowitz has played 1 game between the pipes, 17 minutes, 1 win, no losses. He's faced 7 shots on goal, saved 6 of them, has a 1 goal against average, and an .857 save percentage. Burke has played 3 games, 68 minutes between the pipes, 1 win, no losses, 31 shots on goal, saved 29 of them for 2 goals against, for a 1.5 goals against average and a 9.35 save percentage. Monty has played 3 games as both teams now come out onto the ice, as Monty has played 3 games, 140 minutes between the pipes, 2 wins, 1 loss, 54 shots on goal, 44 saves for 10 goals against, for a 3.64 goals against average and 8.15 save percentage. So that's the combined, or that's the goalie statistics. We'll look at the combined statistics in a moment. Father Gabriel Richard in their black jerseys. They have their dark green on the shoulders, numbers outlined in white on the back and in white on the shoulders, with nice, wonderful Irish patch on the front and white stripes down the sides. Pioneer is in their white tops, black shorts. They have the numbers in black on the back and on the shoulders, and the block A's on the front with the Pioneer and block lettering underneath. And so both teams getting ready. 6 minutes up on the clock, counting down. As again, we're fighting a little bit with our hotspot, where we're hoping that everything will work properly with it, and we will have good signal. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed there. Father Gabriel Richard has 17 points in the first, 4 to the opponent, so plus 13 for the first. That's their biggest point differential of any period. They come off strong. Pioneers going to have to weather that first period versus Father Gabriel Richard. 14 points for Father Gabriel Richard in the second, 4 for the opponent, so the Irish plus 10 in the second, and then only 2 in the third for the Irish, 5 for the opponents. They're -3 in the third. So 33 goals for the Irish, 13 for the opponents. They're plus 20 in goals. They have a bigger goal differential than Pioneer. If you add 52 assists for Father Gabriel Richard, they have 83 points total. 20 assists for the opponents for 32. So that's a plus 51 point differential for the Irish. Combined goaltender statistics. It's a 2.95 goals against average for the Irish. The opponents have a 5.50 goals against average. Save percentage for the Irish is .859. Combined statistics, the opponents .849. So if we take a look where things are at, both of these teams are in the Metro, over in the Metro West. Divine Child leads the Metro West. They have 12 points on 11 games. They have 6 wins, 5 losses. Father Gabriel Richard has 10 points, so 2 behind Divine Child. They've only played 6 games. So they've played, at that point, 5 less than Divine Child. 5 wins, 1 loss for Father Gabriel Richard. Grocio tied with 10 points, but they've, again, played 10 games, or they played 11 games, excuse me. So they've played 5 more than Father Gabriel Richard. They have 5 wins and 6 losses. Riverview Cabrini has 9 points. They had 9 games played, 4 wins, 4 losses, 1 tie. Pioneer at the bottom with 6 points, but they've only played 3 games in the Metro. So they're the only team that's undefeated in the Metro in either side. 3 games played, 3 wins, no losses. Over on the east side of it, it's Riverview Gabriel Richard with 26 points leading the way. They played 15 games. So they played 4 more than anyone else in the Metro League. 12 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties for them. University of Lincoln has 14 points on 11 games played, 7 wins, 4 losses. Detroit Country Day, 12 points. On 11 games played, 6 wins, 5 losses. Wyandotte Roosevelt has 10 points on 13 games played, 5 wins, 8 losses. Woodhaven, 8 points on 12 games played, 3 wins, 7 losses, 2 ties. And Allen Park with 7 points. That on 12 games played, 3 wins, 8 losses, 1 tie. So Pioneers should come up in the standings there as soon as they actually get a few more games underneath their belt. As we have 2 minutes and 49 seconds counting down here, let's say a little bit about the sponsors. If you come in to any of the Pioneer games, you can have a nice, wonderful book that you can get with all sorts of great information about the team and the history and the records. And they have a wonderful list of sponsors in there. And please help support the team, the folks who support this team. It's been tough the last couple years to fundraise, so we want to thank Pioneer Men's Hockey wants to thank Advanced Automotive, Align Chiropractics, Ann Arbor Door Systems, the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, the Ann Arbor Running Company, Ann Arbor T-Shirt Company, Burns Park Orthodontics, DW Skate Shop, Exchange Capital Management, Fournier PR and Consulting, Franklin Templeton, Howard Hanna Real Estate Agent Manny Tusa, Howard Hanna Real Estate Agent The Wetzel Team, Ingersoll Rand, Jane Henderson Interiors, John Adams Mortgage, Agent Jack Strip, Kendling Creative, Levy, Liberty Dental, Dr. Christian Johnson, M-Den, Metalark Design and Build, Midwest Graphics and Awards, Miles of Golf, Real Estate One Agent Felix Rudberg, Reinhardt Realtor Deb Odom Stern, Ron's Garage, Shannon Norman Coterie DDS, Stadium Hardware, Steeper and Burst Orthodontics, The Floor Trader, The Total Athlete, Train, Washtenaw Dairy, and Weber's Boutique Hotel and Restaurant. Thank you to all of the wonderful, amazing businesses who help support this team. What are we playing for? Well, we're playing for to be able to get into the finals of the Jilek Cup. That will be tomorrow. The finals will be at 3 o'clock, so the winner of this game will play the winner of Huron Skyline, which will happen right after this game. The losers will play in the consolation game at 12:30. So we'll either be playing at 12:30 tomorrow or 3 o'clock, hopefully 3 o'clock, but a very tough Father Gabriel Richard team in front of Pioneer that they have to deal with first. As we are counting down, we'll play just a quick push on, and then hopefully we'll have some player introductions and the national anthem and get going here. You're watching Pioneer Men's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
I believe they're going to read this in just a moment, but see if we can bring up the public address announcer. It was working a little bit earlier. We're battling to try and get that working because I'd love to be able to bring that to you. But if we can't, I'll have a little message about who Dan Jilek was and who this tournament is named for.
This evening's game features Ann Arbor Pioneer playing host to Father Gabriel Richard Irish. And now for our starting lineups. For the Irish, at forward, number 11, Jack Waldo. At forward, number 15, Nate Garza. And at forward, number 18, Jack Lipinski. On defense, number 6, Easton Husak. And on defense, number 13, Bo Brewer. In goal for the Irish is number 30, Nathan Burke. The head coach for the Irish is Clint Robert. And now for your Ann Arbor Pioneers. At forward, number 4, Tobin Chazinski. At forward, number 11, Francis Rodriguez. At forward, number 18, Tyler Wilkins. On defense for the Pioneers, number 8, Devin McDaniel. And on defense, number 23, Thomas Kresge. In the goal for the Pioneers is number 30, Elliot Davis. The head coach for the Pioneers is Drew Collins.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, the playing of the national anthem. So we got a little bit of the microphone from across the way. Obviously, we're stretching the limits of what the technology can do because it was a little giving us a little static there. But happy to have that. I do want to talk about Dan Jilek. In March 2002, Dan Jilek was suddenly taken from us. His passing left a deep hole in our lives and in our community. Dan was a loving and devoted husband and father. He was a neighbor to some, an insurance agent to many, and a sincere and valued friend to all who knew him. His support of student athletics was steadfast. We could write volumes about his accomplishments at the University of Michigan and the NFL, as well as his professional life. This tournament, sponsored by his family, is a tribute to our beloved friend. It is difficult to describe in limited space the kind of man Dan was. Perhaps we don't need to do so. As Dan would say, your actions speak louder. Your actions speak so loudly, no one needs to hear what you say. Well, Dan is not here in body. The echo of his life resounds, and we greatly appreciate his accomplishments in this wonderful tournament. As face off right at center ice, as that's in along the far boards, brought in by Garza as he puts it back behind Davis into the far corner. Wilkins trying to peel it out of the boards. He's hit heavy into the boards as Lipinski put him down. That will be a penalty coming up, as there was a whistle, and Lipinski is going to go to the box. And that at 16:45, so 15 seconds in. Pioneer will be on the power play, as face-off is going to be just to the left in the near face-off circle. That is going to be to Burke's left in the near face-off circle. Lucas Schaefer in to take the face-off. On the other side is Kulik, and that is a 5-minute major for boarding. So that puck comes back into the near corner. Lucas Schaefer sends it back to the near point. Kresge has it. He feeds it outside the near circle. With it, Jackal back to Kresge at the blue line. Over to the far point. There's a shot by McDaniel. Save. Shot by by Jackal. That comes back to the near point. Kresge with it. He takes a wrister. That deflects it around into the far corner. Trying to pull that away. Pioneer has it right back behind. Into the near corner it goes. Lucas Schaefer outside the near circle. Drop pass for Kresge. Top of the near circle. Kresge comes to the blue line. That knocked away. Pioneer has to regroup, as McDaniel has his own blue line to avoid a delayed offsides. Lucas Schaefer has it now, gains his own into the high slot. Moves it over outside the near circle for Jackal. Top of the far circle for McDaniel. Shot. That's a save. Shot from the high slot. That comes off onto the near circle, as another shot from Jackal goes up into the netting. 4:04 left to go in the major penalty to the Irish. 15:49 left to go here in the first period. 0-0 is our score from the Ann Arbor Ice Cube here at the opening round of the Dan Jilek Tournament. Face-off will be to Burke's left in the near face-off circle. Chasing it, Wilkins has it in along the end boards. Wilkins into the far corner with it. Kulik trying to knock it away from him outside the far circle. Coming back behind, here comes Wilson. Wilson trying to feed it out in front. That comes back to the near point to Martin. Back to Wilson outside the near circle. Wilson feeds it all the way through the slot and put back into the far corner. Now held in, battle for it along the far boards. That pulled back to the top of the far circle and then lifted and cleared by Father Gabriel Richard all the way back into the Pioneer zone. Martin coming down the near, Churchill coming down the near boards. He sends it into the Irish zone. Battle for it right at the near point. Churchill sends a bouncing puck into the slot. That knocked down and lifted. Held in at the near point. Here comes Jasinski with the shot. He had 2 goals in the last game. It's a shot from the far top of the far circle by Martin. Now back to Martin at the far slot. Now Churchill, top of the near circle. That deflected out in front by Wilkins into the far corner. Jasinski sends it back to the far point. Now Churchill at the near point. Churchill rims it into the near corner. Coming back outside the near circle. That's sent all the way back to Martin, top of the far circle. He sends it down in along the end boards. Wilson into the far corner, trying to dig it out of the far corner. Jasinski chasing it there. Wilson going back behind the goal from the far side to the near side. Wilson underneath the near circle with it for Pioneer. Sends it back to the blue line to Martin, top of the far circle. There's a shot. Knocked down. Martin puts it into the far corner as grabbing it, Wilkins outside the near circle. And sent top of the far circle. Martin keeps it from leaving the zone, feeds it right back and along the end boards, rims it all the way around Churchill grabs it outside the near circle. That puck lifted and cleared all the way back by the Irish. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the major penalty. The Irish have killed off almost 3 minutes of it now. 13:50 left to go here in the first period. 0-0 is our score. Roderick drop pass back behind. Now he takes it, coming down the far boards. He sends it to Jackal over center ice. Jackal gains the zone on the near circle. Jackal loses an edge. That puck whipped all the way around, back out into the neutral zone and deep into the Pioneer end. 13:27 left to go here in the first. 0-0 is our score. 1 minute, 35 seconds left to go in the major penalty to the Irish. Roderick brings it over his blue line, coming down the near boards, trying to avoid some pressure right at center ice. Roderick backhands it. Now bringing it in is Kresge. Kresge rims it all the way around the boards over to Lucas Schaefer in the far corner. That puck slips out into the neutral zone. Jackal drifts back to his own blue line, sends it ahead for Kresge. Kresge gains the zone outside the near circle. Kresge into the near corner with it. Kresge feeds it back to the near point. Jackal with the shot. That deflected into the near corner. 1 minute left in the major penalty to the Irish. 0-0 is our score. That puck on the near circle. Roderick feeds it in along the end boards for Lucas Schaefer. He's directly behind the goal, trying a wraparound attempt. That chipped away. Good defensive play by Brewer. Now high slot, Lucas Schaefer. Shot, he scores! Lucas Schaefer scores that at 12:26. Shot from the high slot. We'll see exactly who gets the assist, but Pioneer goes on the board with the power play goal. That at 12:26. 41 seconds left in the major penalty. Obviously, being a major, it doesn't expire with the goal. Face off right at center ice as Wilson drops it back to Churchill. Churchill fires it in along the far boards. That lifted by Martin. Back coming in through the slot. Here comes Pioneer as Wilson has it outside the near circle. That shot deflected. Good defensive play by the Irish. Coming back top of the near circle, Wilkins sends it back to Wilson. Wilson with the shot. There's a pad save by Burke. Another shot that goes off the side of the net. And then that's cleared all the way down. 15 seconds left to go in the major penalty. 1-0. Pioneer with the lead.
Lucas Schaefer, assisted by 23, Thomas Kresge, and 13, Eli Jackal.
So Kresge and Jackal on the assist. As you heard, that puck into the near corner. The Irish back to full strength as they control it. Lipinski fires it ahead, gets it back on give and go as he comes top of the far circle. Lipinski trying to fire it out in front. Saved by Davis. 11:30 left to go here in the first period. Pioneer 1-0 with the lead over the Irish, Father Gabriel Richard Green Hills. An opening round of the Dan Jilek Cup, looking to earn a spot in the final tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Pioneer, the defending champions. Father Gabriel Richard has had their name up on that banner several times. They'd like to get it back. As that held in by Eder at the far point. Battle for it outside the far circle in the Pioneer zone. Pioneer gets it out of the zone. That puck drifts all the way in along the near boards. Grabbed by Kresge. He fires it ahead. Pioneer brings it into the zone as Lucas Schaefer drop pass. That knocked out outside the far circle as the Irish control. They lift it in along the near boards, racing to get it. Kresge fires it right back into the Irish zone as Eder picks it back up, back behind his own goal, ricochets it off the far boards. Pioneer holds it in. Lucas Schaefer sends it on the far circle, and then that lifted all the way back down the ice. That'll be icing and head right back into the Irish end. 10:51 left to go here in the first. 1-0. Pioneer with the lead as they scored a power play goal late in a major penalty to take the lead. Face off in the far face off circle. It'll be Lucas Schaefer in there versus Kosecki. There's a shot and a score from the top of the far circle. Dropped right back to the top of the far circle and fired it in. As I believe that might have been Churchill who puts it in. Let's see exactly who gets that at 10:48. Pioneer takes the 2-0 lead. As Lucas Schaefer took it, dropped it back. I believe that was Churchill staying at the top of the far circle. Face off right at center ice as Kosecki. That drops back in along the near boards. Sent ahead by Churchill as that comes in into the near corner. Penalty upcoming.
13, Eli Jackal, assisted by number 2, Lucas Schaefer.
So Jackal with the goal. Jackal is sitting at the top of the goal and fired it in, and there's a penalty coming up to Father Gabriel Richard as going into the box is Brewer. That at 10:40. As that puck coming ahead, short-handed, the Irish bring it into the Pioneer zone. Waldo has it in the slot. That puck poked away from him. Coming down on the far boards, Pioneer sends it ahead. Jackal has it, top of the near circle. Shot, that deflects. Good job by Edders to knock it away as the puck loose on the far side. Stopped at the far point, moved over by McDaniel, and that deflects outside the far circle. Chasing it, Roderick. Roderick battling it as that puck comes off and now taken back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Lipinski. Interference was the call on Bo Brewer. Pioneer has it right back behind their goal. As now they bring it up. Coming down the far side with it is McDaniel over center ice. McDaniel gains the zone. The Irish ricocheted in along the near boards. Jackal trying to peel that away. He comes into the near corner. Jackal going in along the end boards. From the near side to the far side, Jackal on the far circle. He moves it top of the near circle for McDaniel. McDaniel tries to feed it into the slot. That knocked down by Edders. Brought back to the near point. That to McDaniel. McDaniel sends it along the far boards, and that's sent outside the far circle. 42 seconds left to go in this power play to Pioneer. McDaniel has it at the near point. Sends it underneath the far circle as Roderick puts it out in front and scores! Excuse me, that was Lucas Schaefer. Lucas Schaefer putting it in for Pioneer. Pioneer to a 3-0 early lead. That at 9:13. That a power play goal as well. 2 power play goals for Pioneer. As the puck in along the near boards, fed ahead by Churchill, loose right at center ice. Pulling it in is Rominski. Rominski sends it deep into the far corner. Brewer knocks it back to the blue line, held in by Pioneer as they put it into the near corner. Whipped around.
Lucas Schaefer, assisted by 8, Devin McDaniel, and number 13, Eli Jackal.
So Schaefer with the goal, Jackal and McDaniel on the assists. As that is Lucas Schaefer's second goal of the game. Both power play goals. That shot by the Irish comes back to the near point. Trying to feed it through. As that's popped away. Husick had it. Now coming back is Kulik. Kulik. Drop pass over to Brewer. Brewer fires it in along the far boards to Kulik. Kulik moves it back over to Brewer on the near side. Brewer in his own zone. Sends it to Husick. Husick. And lifted back into the Pioneer zone. Martin knocks it right back into the neutral zone. Battle for it at the Pioneer blue line. Controlled by the Irish. Waldo brings it in. Top of the near circle. He fires it as it rims all the way around outside the far circle of the Pioneer zone. 8:09 left to go here in the first. 3-0. Pioneer with the lead over the Irish. As we said earlier, the Irish outscores their opponents by the widest margin in the first. So Pioneer trying to hop on this team quickly and not give them any life. The puck all the way back out to the near point. Brewer with the shot. That deflects and comes right back behind Davis into the far corner. Pioneer trying to lift it out. The puck loose on the far circle. Controlling. There's a shot that just goes wide outside the near circle. Now back to the near point to Brewer. Brewer holds it in. Gets it over. That pulled back. As Kosicki had it through the slot. Pioneer knocks it. Held in at the near point by Brewer. Brewer feeds it into the near corner. As that's pulled back by Kowalczyk, excuse me. Kowalczyk back behind the goal, out in front, as that comes right back behind the Pioneer goal. Able to deflect it was Davis. Comes back to Brewer at the near point. Brewer, that deflected out in front. Grabbed and covered up. Holiday had it, as it was a shot by Brewer from the near point. Holiday tipped it. Davis able to see it and cover it up. 3-0, Pioneer with the lead. 7-10 left to go here in the first. Face-off in the near face-off circle in the Pioneer zone. That to Davis's right. Into the near corner. That rimmed all the way around the boards by Kresge. In along the far boards. Lifted back. Lucas Schaefer has it right in front of the scorer's bench. Drop pass. Coming ahead with it was Jackal. Knocked away from him. Lucas Schaefer has it. He sends it into the zone on the near circle. Edders pulls it away. He knocks it around the boards outside the near circle. Jackal sends it right back behind the goal. Pioneer has it underneath the near circle. Battle for it. Now here comes the Irish. Lipinski down the far boards. Lipinski gains the Pioneer zone. That chipped away from him, taking a shot. As that save by Davis comes off on the near boards. Now directly back behind Davis. Battle for it underneath. Here comes McDaniel. He ricochets it off the near board. Sends it back into the neutral zone. As Edders fires it right back into the Pioneer zone. And gathered in, sent along the far boards, slips back into the neutral zone. Pioneer fires it all the way down. That is going to be icing and come right back into the Pioneer end. 3-0, Pioneer with the lead here in the first. 6:11 left to go in this first period. As the face-off back into the Pioneer zone. Kosecki in to take the face-off for the Irish. Roderick for Pioneer. And puck lifted through the neutral zone. Grabbed by Brewer in the high slot of his own zone. Brewer coming down the far boards over his own blue line. Brewer over center ice. Backhands it ahead. Kulik has it outside the near circle, now into the near corner of the Pioneer zone. That banked off the far boards, but held in at the far point shot. That deflects out. Brewer with another shot. Saved by Pioneer. Here comes Churchill through center ice. That knocked away in along the far boards. Trying to get it over to Rominski. The Irish put it into the far corner, and that lifted right back into the neutral zone. The Irish fire it. That intercepted by Martin. He fires it ahead. Here comes Wilkins with it, top of the near circle. Wilkins backhands it into the slot. That comes to the near side. Now lifted all the way down the ice. That will be icing and head back into the Irish's end. 5:18 left to go here in the first period. 3-0. Pioneer with the lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That is going to be to Burke's left. Lipinski in to take the face-off versus Roderick. Sutton over to Roderick's right. Puck in along the near boards. McDaniel trying to hold it in. Now Roderick trying to get it. That slips all the way back to the Pioneer blue line where Kresge will backhand it ahead. The puck loose at center ice. Sutton trying to grab it. That pulled in by the Irish as Lipinski had it. There is going to be a penalty called to Pioneer. That'll be a hooking penalty. That at 4:59. First penalty to Pioneer for hooking. So Pioneer goes on the penalty kill. That's McDaniels in the box. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Brewer in to take the face-off in the Pioneer zone. Backhanding, trying to get it, battle for it into the near corner. Now that launched all the way down. Kresge able to clear it. That puck comes into the far corner. Battle for it. Pioneer trying to keep the puck in as that's Lucas Schaefer back there battling. Now the Irish send it into the neutral zone. That's picked up by Kulik, who fires it. That goes just to the far side of the Pioneer goal. Battle for it in along the end boards. Here comes Pioneer with it. They launch it all the way down the ice. Excellent job again by Kresge to fire it down. And then the whistle blew. Face-off will be back in the Irish zone. 1 minute, 22 seconds left to go in the Pioneer penalty kill. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. Tuzinski in to take the face-off. On the other side for the Irish was Waldo, then into the near corner. Brewer takes it from back behind his own goal, coming down the far boards. Feeds ahead to Lipinski. Lipinski, cross-ice pass, that brought into the Pioneer zone. Knuckleball right back behind the Pioneer goal. And lifted back to the blue line, able to hold it in. And high stick called. That's going to send it right back into the Irish end. 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go in the penalty to Pioneer. 4:05 left to go here in the third. Pioneer 3, the Irish nothing. Face off in the far face-off circle. And it's Waldo in there versus Tuzinski. The puck outside the far circle now comes back in along the end boards. The Irish control it there as they come up the ice. Here comes Waldo with it. He gains his own, top of the near circle. Waldo goes back behind, fires it into the slot. The puck sitting there, grabbed, shot, and poked away. Another shot, and they score. The Irish with the goal, as there was a couple nifty saves there by Davis. But the Irish, the rebound kept on coming right into the slot, and the Irish finding it and firing it in. I believe that's Brewer with the goal. We will get confirmation here as there were a couple different rebounds. And I believe Davis was screened, making it difficult to see. As that puck comes in along the near boards. Face-off won by Kosecki. Puck into the far corner. Pioneer. And held into the far corner it goes. That chipped away. Battle for it. The puck slips back into the neutral zone. As Sherbak has it and along the near boards. Now fires it for Edders. Edders over his own blue line. Coming down the far boards. Over center ice. Edders gains the Pioneer zone. Outside the far circle. Edders with the shot. That deflects up into the netting on the near side. As we should get the goal call here, hopefully.
Jack Waldo, assisted by 88, Colton Brewster.
So Waldo on the goal, Reiser on the assist. That puck into the slot. Pioneer lifts it. Here comes Pioneer. Tuzinski coming down the far boards. Tuzinski stops. Top of the far circle. That fed into the far corner. Battle for it there. The puck lifts in along the near boards. Knocked by Kresge. He's pinned against the boards. Reiser trying to knock it away. And lifted by Waldo back into the neutral zone. Roderick knocks it away from Lipinski. Lipinski backhands it deep into the Pioneer zone. That goes right back behind Elliott. Pioneer 3, the Irish 1. Has 3 power play goals already in this game. As Serbeck had it. Now that fired ahead by Edders. Gathered in at the blue line by Roderick. He sends it in along the near boards. That's sent deep. Put in by McDaniel. Grabbed by Edders, back behind his own goal. He feeds it in along the far boards, right back into the neutral zone. 2:16 left to go here in the first period. McDaniel in along the near boards of his own zone, backhands it through the neutral zone, poked away from Roderick. As coming in, Garza has it outside the near circle of the Pioneer zone. He's pinned against the boards, trying to peel that away. Pioneer with it, big time collision. Kresge onto the ice. There's a penalty call coming up to the Irish at 1:55. As Serback goes into the box. As the captain's talking to the officials. Brewer pleading his case. Pioneer back on the power play. 1 minute, 55 seconds remaining in the first. Pioneer 3. The Irish 1. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Lucas Schaefer in taking the face-off. That puck held in at the far point, sent deep by Martin into the near corner. Roderick has it. Cross-ice pass. That comes over to Jackal. Jackal feeds it through the slot. Trying to get it to Lucas Schaefer. Puck wouldn't settle down. Roderick has it at the blue line. Roderick feathers it over to Churchill, top of the near circle. Has that poked away. Churchill holds it in at the near point. Churchill feeds it through the slot. That knocked away by Edders. Lucas Schaefer has it, top of the far circle. Lucas Schaefer through the slot. Lucas Schaefer spins, turns, shoots. That puck outside and along the far boards. Roderick with it. Roderick sends it back to the far point to Barton. Back to Roderick on the far circle. Roderick working the walls and through the slot. Shot. Jackal with the shot from the near circle. Saved by Burke. Pioneer has it right back behind the goal. Lucas Schaefer trying to feed it out in front. That knocked away, and Kulik lifts it all the way down the ice. 1 minute left to go here in the first period. Pioneer 3, the Irish 1. Pioneer on the power play for the remainder of the first, and a few seconds into the second, barring any unexpected action. Poked away in along the near boards. Jackal has it. Jackal coming down the near boards, gains his own. Jackal outside the near circle. Trying to get it, goes back behind the goal, that chipped away. The puck spins all the way back into the neutral zone, collected by Churchill. Feeds it over and along the near boards to McDaniel. McDaniel trying to send it ahead. Gaining the zone is Jackal outside the near circle. He's pinned against the walls, but rims it all the way around. That puck lifted back, picked up. Here comes Waldo with it. That knocked away right at center ice. Roderick sets up the attack from his own blue line. Over center ice, Roderick. The long shot, that comes over to the near side. 8 seconds left to go here in the first. Held in at the far point by Kresge. That shot centered out in front, trying to get to it, and that will end the period. As 5 seconds left to go in the penalty to the Irish, as it is Pioneer 3 and the Irish 1 here at the opening round of the Jilek Tournament, the Dan Jilek Tournament. Taking a look at your action here in the first. Again, we don't have any shots on goal collected up there, but it started off in the first period. It was a penalty that to the Irish, as that was Lipinski, who got a major for boarding at 16:45. They killed off the majority of it. It was under a minute to go when Pioneer was able to score. It was Lucas Schaefer, set up by Kresge and Jackal at 12:21, and Pioneer took the 1-0 lead. Then at 10:48, it was Jackal from Lucas Schaefer putting it in. That made it 2-0 Pioneer. Then Father Gabriel Richard Brewer took a penalty, that for interference at 10:40. That put Pioneer back on the power play, and Lucas Schaefer able to get his second power play goal of the game. That set up by McDaniel and Jackal at 9:13. That made it 3-0 Pioneer. Pioneer picked up a penalty, McDaniel for hooking at 4:59. Then it was a power play goal put in by Waldo Reiser on the assist. That at 3:45, and that cut the lead to 3-1 Pioneer. Another penalty to the Irish. That was to Serbeck at 1:55, and 5 seconds left on that penalty coming into the second period. Let's play a few messages from the MHSAA, and we will be right back with your intermission scoreboard report. You're watching Pioneer Men's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sorry about the little interruption during that. We got to switch hotspots. Hopefully we can get a little bit more bandwidth out of that. We do want to thank all the wonderful sponsors of Pioneer Men's Hockey. That includes Advanced Automotive, Align Chiropractic, Ann Arbor Door Systems, Ann Arbor Ice Cube, Ann Arbor Running Company, the Ann Arbor T-Shirt Company, Burns Park Orthodontics, DW Skate Shop, Exchange Capital Management, Fournier PR and Consulting, Franklin Templeton, Howard Hanna Real Estate Agent Mandy Tusa, Howard Hanna Real Estate Agent The Wetzel Team, Ingersoll Rand, Jane Henderson Interiors, John Adams Mortgage Agent Jake Strip, Kindling Creative, Levy, Liberty Dental, Dr. Christian Johnson, the MBET, Metalwork Design and Build, Midwest Graphics and Awards, Miles of Golf, Real Estate One Agent Felix Rudberg, Reinhardt Realtor Agent Deb Odom Stern, Ron's Garage, Shannon Norman Coatry, DDS, Stadium Hardware, Steeper and Burst Orthodontics, The Floor Trader, The Total Athlete, Train, Washtenaw Dairy, and Weber's Boutique Hotel and Restaurant. We now want to give you a little intermission scoreboard report. Take a look at scores back from Wednesday. It was Midland beating Lapeer 10-0. Utica Ford beating Romeo 6-3. It was a one-goal win by Portage Muskies over Lumen Christi, 3-2. Fenton Linden put it on Schwartz Creek Sile Flushing, 12-0. It was Petoskey with a one-goal win over Gaylord, 3-2. Traverse City Central beat Cadillac 4-1. It was Marysville beating Oxford Avondale 5-2. Livonia Churchill doubled up Northville 4-2. It was Hartford shutting out Plymouth 8-0. Walled Lake Western beat Grand Blanc 10-2. Midland Dow and Gabriel Richard tied at 2 apiece at the end of regulation and overtime. It was Flint Powers beating Bloomfield Hills 9-2. South Line Unified beat Jackson 5-2. It was Lakes Area taking out Troy United by a goal 5-4. Wyandotte Roosevelt tripled up Dearborn United 6-2. Allen Park put it on Southgate 12-4. It was Matawan shutting out Kalamazoo United 7-0. Livonia Stevens shut out Trenton 8-0. It was Leanne's Crease Unified 9 and Port Huron 1. We'll get back into scores from Thursday. What's really interesting with that Livonia Stevenson Trenton is Livonia Stevenson has beat Trenton in regulation like 5 times in a row, yet Trenton has beat Livonia Stevenson in the playoffs, in the regional rounds, like 3 times in a row. So it's one of those interesting rivalries where sometimes funny things happen. 17 minutes up on the board, getting ready to start off the second. Out for Pioneer, Ronderik in to take the face-off. Tuzinski to the left, Wilkins to the right. Your defensive pairing is Kresge as well as McDaniel. Davis back between the pipes. He has the net back on its mooring and looking good to the right. As Burke all the way to the left. Pioneer going from right to left in the second period. 3-1, Pioneer with the lead as 2 seconds left and a penalty to the Irish. Pioneer has it in the far corner of the Irish zone. Edders feeds it ahead to Lipinski. Lipinski bringing it ahead. The Irish back to full strength as they send it through the neutral zone. Kresge in along the far boards, right at his own blue line. Kresge ricochets it off the near boards, ahead to Tuzinski. Tuzinski drop pass over to Roderick. There's a whistle. As 16:36 left to go here in the second. Is the official talking to the Irish coaching staff. As Waldo was racing off, I don't know if there was a issue with too many men on the ice, as they now have someone in the box. It looked like maybe a too many men on the ice penalty. But now here in the second, it is a penalty to the Irish. Stevenson will serve that penalty at 16:36. So we'll get a official word in a moment on what it is. Face-off is going to be in the far face-off circle in the Irish zone. Comes back to the far point. Kresge has it. Kresge feeds it outside the far circle. And sent back outside the near circle. McDaniel with the shot. That's saved. Roderick sends it all the way back to the far point as Jackal sends it. That held in at the near point. Shot by Kresge. That deflected outside the far circle. Jackal takes it there. Jackal going back behind the goal. Brewer trying to send it along into the near corner. Pin there. Battle for it, trying to lever it off. McDaniel in there as well, trying to peel that away. The puck comes back to the near point. Jackal fires it back outside the near circle. Pioneer with possession. Roderick feeds it all the way to Kresge. Kresge gets it on the far circle. And top of the far circle to Lucas Schaefer. Lucas Schaefer cycles it down. Back to Roderick. Back to Lucas Schaefer at the blue line. Over to Kresge. Top of the near circle. Feeds it underneath. Roderick had it. That poked away as the puck lifted all the way back down the ice. Stopped by Davis. Picked up by McDaniel as he slips back behind his own goal. 42 seconds left to go in the power play for Pioneer. 15:22 left to go here in the second. 3-1, Pioneer with the lead. Pioneer has it right back behind the Irish goal, and that lifted and cleared all the way down the ice by the Irish. Roderick grabs it back behind his own goal. 30 seconds left to go in the power play for Pioneer. Roderick coming down the far boards. Roderick makes a move, trying to get around Waldo, feeds it over to Kresge. Kresge, top of the near circle. Kresge underneath the near circle, feeds it back to Jackal, top of the near circle. Jackal with the shot. That deflected out in front by the Irish defense. The Irish on a breakaway coming in. Waldo has it knocked away. Excellent defensive play as Waldo's down, slow to get up. As coming back, Roderick had it. As Waldo ended up in the goal crease. It was poked away. I believe that was Lucas Schaefer who came back, made an excellent defensive play. 1 second left to go. In the power play to Pioneer. The officials had a talk with someone from the Irish who goes back into the locker room. And that's going to come all the way back into the face-off circle outside the Irish zone. In the near face-off circle. Wilson in to take the face-off. That puck loose, controlled by Pioneer. As McDaniel has it, that fired in by Garza. Garza has that knocked away right in the slot. Jasinski feeds it ahead. Here comes Pioneer with it, coming down Wilkins outside the far circle. Wilkins has that pulled away. Scherbeck rims it all the way around to Garza outside the near circle of his own zone. Garza feeds it through the neutral zone. Poked away the other direction by Kresge. Launched down, and that's right back behind the Irish goal. Scherbeck has it, knocked away into the far corner. Battle for it there. Jasinski makes a move outside the far circle, lifts it back to the blue line. McDaniel back to Jasinski, top of the far circle. That moved over to Kresge, top of the near circle. Shot. And the puck loose out in front in the slot. Cleared away. Good defensive play as that was Garza getting the puck out of the slot. Held in outside the far circle by Wilkins. Wilkins backhands it, and puck back behind the Irish goal. As Wilson back there, Wilson comes underneath, fires it back to the blue line, and it'll slip all the way back into the Pioneer zone. Pioneer 3, the Irish 1. The puck right at the blue line, 13-18 left to go, as Jasinski brings it in here in the second period. The puck in along underneath the near circle, that fed in along the near boards. Garza has it for the Irish. Garza slips back into the near corner, feeds it ahead. The Irish get it back into the neutral zone. Racing to pick it up. Yang sweeps it the other direction. Rominski trying to feed it. Then the Irish have it right at their own blue line. Garza right at center ice. Battling Jasinski. Garza slips it back, then gets it in along the near boards right at his own blue line. Brewer now picks it up on his own slot. Brewer feeds it ahead. Garza with it right at center ice. Now that backhanded deep into the Pioneer zone, into the far corner. Martin in along the near boards, trying to get it over to Jasinski. Jasinski rims it, fires it ahead for Martin. Martin feeds it over to Yang. The Irish gather in the puck as they bring it back. That ricochets off the near boards. Kulik chasing it. McDaniel grabs it back behind his own goal, comes over to the far side. McDaniel puts it into the near corner, gathered in by Martin. Martin feeds ahead for Yang. That knocked right back into the Pioneer zone. Martin has it in his own slot, feeds ahead. Here comes Jackal. Jackal over center ice. Jackal, top of the near circle, makes a move. That knocked away, pulling it the other direction, lifted to center ice. That pulled in by Pioneer as Churchill sends it deep into the far corner. Battle for it, picked up. Lipinski outside the far circle. He sends it all the way down. Skittering, spitting puck into the Pioneer zone. Gathered in by Lucas Schaefer. He goes back behind his own goal, coming down the far boards. Lucas Schaefer, as he loses an edge, that's going to be a tripping call. .11:34. And it's going to be Waldo into the box for tripping. As Pioneer back on the power play. They have the 3-1 lead, 11:34 left to go here in the second period. Wilson taking the face-off in the far face-off circle. That puck back to the blue line, held in by Kresge. Kresge comes over to the near side, now feeds it into the far corner. Grabbed in, sending it out in front. Tuzinski knocked down. The Irish spinning with it. Now that lifted all the way back into neutral zone. So tripping called to Waldo. That brought in, coming down the far boards, is Wilkins. Wilkins back behind the goal. Trying to send it back. Wilkins trying to get a little bit of room underneath that far circle. He's double teamed to put into the boards. That held in at the near point by McDaniel. McDaniel puts it right through the slot. Puck wouldn't settle down on that centering attempt. Brewer has it on the far circle of his own zone. Brewer launches it all the way down, clears the puck. 1 minute, 14 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. Kresge has it on his own zone. Pioneer 3, the Irish 1. Puck loose, picked up. Pioneer with it in their own zone, feeds it ahead. Here comes Kresge. Kresge gains the zone, top of the near circle. Kresge outside the near circle, feeding it back. One-timer by Lucas Schaefer, saved by Burke. Picked up back behind by Husick, and the puck loose right at the blue line. Pioneer able to keep it in. Now gathered it and launched all the way down the ice by the Irish. And that was picked up as that was Kosecki who launched it. 34 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. Jackal trying to feed it into the slot. Lucas Schaefer has it. That knocked away from him by Etter and cleared again by the Irish. 21 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play as they start the rush. Kresge feeds it in along the far boards. Roderick has it at his own blue line. Roderick sends it along the near boards, trying to get it over to Lucas Schaefer. Offsides the call. That'll bring it back to the near face-off circle outside the Irish zone. 8 seconds left to go in the tripping penalty to the Irish. 3-1, Pioneer with the lead. 4 goals in the first. None so far here in the second. Irish have it. They send it deep as that's Reiser who puts it back behind the Pioneer goal. Churchill gathering it outside the far circle. He's put up against the boards. Battle for it. That pulled back out into the neutral zone, then brought right back into the Pioneer zone. That comes out, sent along the near boards. Martin trying to get it as Roderick checked, and that brought back into the neutral zone. Rifled in by Churchill. That put outside the near circle as there was a huge hit outside the near circle, and that will be blown dead, and there will be a penalty. That is going to be on Pioneer. 9:08 left to go here in the second period. 3-1 Pioneer with the lead. Pioneer will be on the penalty kill now. That is a 5-minute major for boarding. Second boarding call of the game. This one to Jackal. Pioneer was able to score on the first major of the game. The Irish will look to go the other way and try and cut into this Pioneer lead. 2-goal lead by Pioneer, held in at the near point by Waldo. And sent onto the far circle. Brewer has it. Brewer into the far corner, spinning outside the far circle, sends it back. Lipinski's shot from the blue line. That comes outside the near circle. Waldo puts it into the near corner. Battle for it, trying to pull it out. Tuzinski battling a trio of Irish. That back to the near point for Brewer. Brewer feeds it outside the near circle. Centering attempt. And knocked down. Davis covered it up, and now it's fired all the way back. Cleared by Pioneer. 8:33 left to go here in the second. 4:23 left to go in the major penalty to Pioneer. The puck launched into the Pioneer zone. Centering attempt on the far circle. Shot in, a save by Davis. As nice puck movement from the near circle to the far circle for the Irish. Davis able to slip over and hang on to that puck. 8:21 left to go. here in the second. 4:13 left to go in the major penalty to Pioneer. Pioneer with the two-goal lead, 3-1. Puck back to the far point, shot, that glove down, and held on by Davis. As that is Scherbeck from the far point who took the shot. Face-off now in the far face-off circle. Roderican to take the face-off versus Garza. That puck back to the far point. Now moved over on the other side to Adder. Adder with the high shot. That deflected on the far circle, pulling it away. Here comes Pioneer as they rifle it all the way down. Burke stops it back behind his own goal. Eder picks it up there, starting the Irish rush, going the other direction. Pioneer trying to pin it against the boards. Eder has to pick it back up underneath the far circle. 7:53 left to go here in the second. 3:42 left to go in the major penalty to Pioneer. The puck back behind the Pioneer goal as that's deflected by McDaniel. Now puck slips back into the neutral zone. The Irish have to reset. That launched in and picked up underneath the near circle. Kresge launches it all the way down the ice, and that is cleared. 7:25 left to go here in the second. 3:15 left to go in the major penalty to Pioneer. The Irish gain the zone, top of the near circle, Lipinski. Lipinski moves it into the slot as Waldo puts it in, and they fire and say, and originally it was a save, and then they fire it in from the far circle, and the Irish cut it to a 3-2 lead. And at 7:11, of course, major penalty does not expire. Now it's Pioneer 3, the Irish 2. Face off right at center ice, trying to peel the way. Lucas Schaefer chasing it. Now Wilkins sends it into the Irish zone. Lift it back. Now coming ahead. The Irish over to Kulik. Kulik at to Lipinski. That somehow doesn't hit any of the stanchions out in front. Hand pass as one of the Irish players slow to get up. That's Reiser. 2:56 left to go in the major penalty to Jackal. 3-2 is the lead by Pioneer. As that'll come back into the Irish zone. They haven't put the last goal up. We'll see. Definitely counted. They brought back the center ice. Into the far circle now. The Irish. Garza on the goal. Waldo and Lipinski on the assists. And that puck brought in into the near corner. Trying to peel that away. Still in the near corner of the Pioneer zone. Reiser chasing it right back behind the goal. As that's chipped. Coming back. The puck held in at the far point now. Fed outside. Brewer has it outside the far circle. Brewer's shot. Good save by Davis. That lifted back top of the near circle for Waldo. Waldo to the near point. That intercepted and rifled all the way down the ice by Wilkins. As Lucas Schaefer trying to make it difficult for them to leave the zone. The Irish put it into the near corner of the Pioneer zone. McDaniel pins it against the boards. Lucas Schaefer comes in trying to knock it away. 1 minute 48 seconds left to go. As that puck back to the far point. Now over to Brewer, top of the near circle. Brewer with the shot. That deflects out in front. Coming back, Kresge rifles it all the way down the ice. 1 minute 30 seconds left to go in the major penalty to Pioneer. That puck over to Waldo. Waldo in along the near boards. Feeds ahead, bringing it in. Garza. Garza has to reset to avoid an offsides. The puck loose. Now Waldo spins with it right at center. Waldo gains the zone. High slot, poked away. But Garza has it outside the far circle. Now that lifted back by Kresge as it'll slip back into the Irish zone. Well, they have it up on the board, 3-2. Pioneer with the 1-goal lead. Bringing it in, Lipinski has a good job by McDaniel to poke that away. The puck loose, top of the near circle. Pioneer lifts it out into the neutral zone. 46 seconds left to go, and the major penalty to Pioneers. They're able to clear it deep into the Irish zone. Brewer picks it up in the near corner. Brewer coming down the near boards through the slot over his own blue line. Brewer over center ice. Brewer puts it deep and along the end boards into the near corner of the Pioneer zone. And lifted back, all the way back into the neutral zone. Edders has it. Edders comes down the far boards, fires that in. Ricochets outside of the near circle. Rob back, lifted over to the blue line. The Irish feed it back in. Grabbing it, Kresge fires it right back into the neutral zone, lifted in along the far boards. Bringing it back. Kowalczyk trying to pull it in, and that will be offsides. 4 seconds left to go in the Pioneer major penalty. Pioneer 3, the Irish 2. As Pioneer got out to a 3-0 lead, the Irish have scored 2 goals in a row to cut it to a 3-2 lead. Face off in the far face-off circle. As Lucas Schaefer taking the face-off, comes in along the near boards. Controlled, Pioneer back to full strength. Coming in, Jackal moves it over to Lucas Schaefer. Oh, he got that just a little too deep into the slot. The puck now controlled by the Irish as they feed it ahead over their own blue line, intercepted by Martin in along the near boards of the neutral zone. Fed ahead. Here comes Wilson gaining the zone. Wilson moved off the puck, but he tips it deep in along the end boards. At grab back, loose puck on the far circle, trying to chip it away. Lucas Schaefer puts it into the far corner as that swings back outside the near circle. 3:35 left to go here in the second period. Reiser brings it in on the near circle. He's driven wide by Churchill. The puck in along the near boards. That brought by Lucas Schaefer. He gains the Irish zone. Lucas Schaefer into the slot for Wilkins. And they shoot and score! Pioneer puts it back to a 4-2 lead at the 3:18 mark. Really nice give and go by Pioneer. It is Lucas Schaefer and Jackal doing an excellent give and go to put that in. Burke tried to do his best, but it was just good puck movement, and he just couldn't move side to side quick enough. 4-2, Pioneer with the lead. 3:18 left to go here in the second. The puck controlled by the Irish. They feed it into the Pioneer zone. Kresge trying to poke it away. Grabbed by McDaniel. He feeds it in along the far boards. Coming ahead with it, here comes Pioneer, gaining the zone. And chipped away through the slot. Tuzinski trying to get to it. There's a shot by Roderick. The puck loose in the slot. The Irish trying to get it out of the zone. And poked back in by McDaniel and goes back behind the Irish goal. Outside the near circle, spinning with it, is Wilkins. Jackal and Wilson on the assist. By the way, that's if I don't miss my guess, I believe that's a hat trick for Lucas Schaefer. Shot and saved by Davis. The puck in along the near boards. 2:27 left to go as trying to feed it to a racing Roderick, covered up by Burke. As that puck just a little out of Roderick's reach. 2:20 left to go here in the second. Pioneer 4, the Irish 2. Pioneer hopped out to a 3-0 lead. The Irish crawled back to 3-2. Now Pioneer pushing the lead back out to 4-2. Face off in the near face-off circle. At the Burke's right. Back to the blue line. Kresge into the neutral zone. Controls it at center ice. Fires it deep into the Irish end. Grabbing it. Husick sends it ahead for the Irish. Outside the near circle. Reiser trying to get out of the zone. Martin holds it in at the near point. As Yang chases the puck back behind. That's swept by Brewer. Out in along the far boards to Eder. Eder feeds it ahead. Chasing it. Churchill has it in the far corner of his own zone. Churchill in along the end boards. Trying to poke that away. Battle for it. Into the far corner. Now Pioneer pulling it away. That went off of his skate. Controlled by the Irish now. As Waldo into the near corner. That rimmed all the way around the boards, picked up. Lucas Schaefer, it's Sutton who sends it ahead. The puck in along the near boards. Husick sends it back deep into the far corner. Martin banking ahead. Now Yang trying to poke it, gets it out of the zone. Here comes Pioneer. Coming down the far boards, Rominski with a shot. Blocker save outside the near circle by Burke. Now here comes the Irish with the counterattack. Coming in is Lipinski outside the near circle. Backhanded shot that went off of the net. Pulling it back. Here comes Pioneer down the near boards. Kresge makes a move over his own blue line. And a battle for it, controlled and fired right back in by the Irish. Under a minute to go here in the second. Pioneer 4, the Irish 2. As picking it up, McDaniel back behind his own goal, feeds it in along the far boards. That's sent ahead by Sutton. The puck outside the far circle. Loose, right at the blue line. McDaniel, cross-ice pass for Kresge, picks it up, top of the near circle, now feeds it on the far circle for McDaniel. Jackal has it right at center ice. Jackal gains his own in the high slot. Jackal has that poke checked away. The puck back behind the Irish goal, now coming ahead with it. Here comes the Irish down center ice. They feed it ahead, trying to get it over underneath. That poked by Lucas Schaefer. Now it's centering attempt. Loose puck in the slot. Good defensive play. There's a shot out in front, and they score. As that was Kowalczyk who got it right on the near circle and fired it in. It's now 4-3. Goal by the Irish. As Kowalczyk getting the goal. We'll see about the assist, but that with 8.4 seconds left to go. Three goals in the first, 3 goals in the second. 7-goal game so far. As face off right center ice, the Irish control as they fire it in deep. And picked up in the far corner. Lipinski trying to get to it. And that is the end of the second period. At the end of 2. Kowalczyk from Waldo on that goal. So Pioneer 4 and the Irish 3 started off with a penalty to the Irish. That was to Stevens. I believe those two main men on the ice at 16:38. Then it was a tripping call. That to Waldo at 11:34. They were able to kill that off. Then Jackal took a boarding major at 9:08. They were able to score on that at 7:11, as that was Garza from Waldo and Lipinski, making it 3-2. Pioneer able to push it back to 4-2 at 3:18, as it was Lucas Schaefer scoring the hat trick, that from Jackal and Wilson. But then the Irish able to answer back with 8.4 seconds left to go, as it was put in by Kowalczyk, assisted by Waldo. And that is where we are at. Let's play a quick message from the MHSAA, and then we'll get back up and going here and give you the rest of our intermission scoreboard report. You're watching Pioneer Men's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
I'm going to try and switch to our third hotspot here. So we're going to play a little music. It might go away for a second and then come right back. But again, we're bouncing around without very good connectivity here. And just want to make sure that we don't have any streaming issues. So we'll play a little music. We'll flip over to a different hotspot and see if we can get things back going. Thank you very much, everybody. The remainder of the intermission scoreboard report here at the second intermission. It's Pioneer 4 and the Irish 3 live from the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. As take a look at action from Thursday, it was Forest Hills Northeastern beating Grand Rapids Christian 2-1. Detroit Catholic Central shut out Grosse Pointe South 6-0. It was Brother Rice putting it on Port Huron North 8-1. Wall Lake Lakeland beat Clarkston 5-2. It was Escanaba beating Kingsford 5-2. Utica Ford Unified beat St. Clair Shores Unified 7-4. It was Milford beating Walled Lake Western 7-3. University Liggett fell to Riverview Gabriel Richard 5-3. Lake Orion doubled up Rochester Stony Creek 4-2. On Friday, it was Pinckney beating Reese Puffer by a goal 4-3. It was Midland beating Portage Muskies by a goal 4-3. see, Canton beat Grand Haven by 2 goals, 6-4. It was Grosse Ile shutting out Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central 8-0. It was Utica Eisenhower beating Macomb Dakota 8-1. Alpena beat Plymouth 5-2. It was Marysville beating Livonia Franklin 5-3. Petoskey beat Cadillac 4-1. It was Grand Rapids Catholic Central beating Jensen 3-2. Lenawee shut out Lapeer 3-0. It was Hudsonville beating Kennewa Hills 2-1. Northville topped ETA Legend 7-2. Forest Hills Northeastern beat East Grand Rapids 4-1. It was Lumen Christi with a 1-goal win over Capital City 2-1. Saline beat Mattawan 5-3. It was Calumet topping Northville 8-2. 1-goal win by Birmingham Unified over Mona Shores 5-4. It was Brighton beating the Hancock Bulldogs 2-1. Marquette shut out the Bay Reps 5-0. Beat Howell by a goal 3-2. It was Walled Lake Northern beating Tawas 8-1. Houghton with a 3-goal win over Northville 4-1. It was Woodhaven and Gibraltar Carlson ending in a 2-2 tie. Detroit Country Day beat Wyandotte Roosevelt 5-2. It was Escanaba beating Manistee 6-1. Lance Crease Unified beat Romeo 6-0. It was a 1-goal win by De La Salle over Byron Center 4-3. Bay Area Thunder beat Mount Pleasant Area Hockey 7-4. It was the M1 Griffins beating Bloomfield Hills 9-1. Here at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube in the opening round of the Dan Jilek Tournament, it is Pioneer 4 and it's Pioneer 4 and the Irish 3. Face off right at center ice. Waldo in to take the face-off. That gathered in by Brewer, who sends it ahead. That puck lifted back at the far point. Fired down by Pioneer. Brewer sends it back in along the near boards of the neutral zone. McDaniel sends ahead, chipped by Ronderique into the far corner. Brewer picks it up and along the end boards of his own zone. Fires that ahead. The puck loose in the neutral zone. McDaniel controls it center ice. He rifles it right back deep into the Irish zone. Brewer picks it up back behind his own goal. He sends it along the near boards. Grabbed in by Wilkins. Wilkins into the near corner. Knocked away. Here comes the Irish. As that puck ahead to Lipinski. Lipinski, top of the far circle. Backhanded attempt. That comes outside the near circle. As Pioneer lifts it all the way down the ice. As Burke launches that just to the right. That'll be icing. It'll head back into the Pioneer zone. 16:04 left to go here in the third. Pioneer 4, the Irish 3. Face off in the far face-off circle, or in the near face-off circle. That to Davis's right. As Kulik has it, sends it back over on the near side. That's sent deep into the far corner for Reiser. Reiser trying to pull it back. Kosecki had it. Now moves it back to the far point. Now feathered back on the far circle. Grabbed in by Sherbeck. Sherbeck puts it into the near corner. Kosecki has that poked away into the near corner. And lifted all the way back through the neutral zone. Icing waved off as that slips back behind Burke. Controlled in along the near boards. Eder fires it on the far side. That slips all the way back to the Pioneer blue line. Churchill tries to start the rush the other direction. Pioneer has it outside the far circle through the slot. Controlled. There's Jackal with a shot that just goes wide. Lifted back. Jackal controls right at center ice. Jackal coming down the near boards. He's poked off the puck. McDaniel has it, but offside's the call. 15:06 left to go here in the third. Pioneer 4. The Irish 3 on the line. A trip to the Jilek Cup final tomorrow at 3 o'clock. The puck into the near corner. Brewer trying to grab it, trying to poke it away. Tuszynski as that's lifted back into the far corner. Grabbing it, Garza heads up, poked, held in. Now here comes the Irish over center ice. They fire that as it deflects and out of play. They'll redrop that in the far face-off circle outside the Pioneer zone. 14:49 left to go here in the third. Pioneer by a goal. Roderick in to take the face-off versus Waldo. That drop back and sent into the Pioneer zone in along the near boards. McDaniel fires it ahead, then brought right back in by Lipinski off of the end boards. And brought in along the near boards, then ahead to Wilkins, then chipped down the near boards, controlled by Brewer at his own blue line. Brewer feeds ahead to Waldo. Waldo trying to get it to Lipinski. And picked up by McDaniel, fed ahead to Wilkins. Wilkins through his own slot as he goes down, picked up by Waldo, but there is a tripping call. Pioneer on the power play for the next 2 minutes at 14:21. Tripping call to Waldo. The puck cleared all the way down the ice by the Irish. Kresge races back into his own zone, picks it up back behind Davis. Kresge leaves it, that picked up, coming down the near boards. Here comes Pioneer. Jackal gains his own on the near circle. Jackal has that chip into the near corner. Kulik trying to get to it. Jackal moves it, and that puck wouldn't settle down for Kresge. And coming ahead, here comes Kulik into the Pioneer zone. He takes a shot. Davis with the save. That comes back into the neutral zone, in along the near boards. Brewer has it his own blue line. He lifts it all the way back and clears it. The puck slips in along the near boards for Roderick. He has it. Goes back behind his own goal. Roderick stops there. McDaniel's to his left. McDaniel to his left. Roderick comes ahead. Roderick over his own blue line, trying to work against Kulik. Over to McDaniel. McDaniel gains his own. McDaniel pinned against the boards outside the near circle. Brewer has it back behind his own goal. Brewer lifts it all the way down the ice. 52 seconds left to go here in the Pioneer power play. They have the 1-goal lead. Kresge underneath the near circle of his own zone. Kresge coming down the near boards, now feeds it in along the far boards. That gathered in. Pioneer over their own blue line. Coming ahead with it as that's put in by Lucas Schaefer, then knocked away and cleared all the way back into the Pioneer zone. Kresge feeds it, leaves it for Tuzinski, now fakes that, pulls it back. Here comes Roderick with it over his own blue line. Roderick over center. Roderick gains the zone, chips it into the far corner, that slips right back behind Burke. Battle for it, that collected. Brewer fires it ahead and clears it all the way down the ice. 5 seconds left to go. The Irish with outstanding penalty kill in this set, coming down the near boards. Here comes Churchill with it over center ice. Churchill gains his own on the near circle. Shot, that goes up and deflected into the netting. The Irish back to full strength. Face-off will be in the Irish zone in the near face-off circle. 12:11 left to go here in the third period. Pioneer 4, the Irish 3. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Roderick will be in there versus Kosecki. That to Burke's left. The puck into the near corner. Battle for it. Wilkins trying to get to it. That puck launched into the slot. Pulled away. Here comes a breakaway. Garza coming ahead. Excellent job by Churchill to stay out in front. Chipped away. Pioneer. Wilkins has it back in along the end boards. Churchill spins with it. Rims it around the boards. Trying to hold it in is the Irish. They send it back deep. Churchill underneath the far circle of his own zone. Churchill sending it ahead. That puck right at center ice. Loose. Gathered in by Kulik. He gains his own top of the far circle. Poked away from him in the slot. Here comes Pioneer the other direction through the neutral zone. Loose puck right at the Pioneer blue line. As Garza feeding it ahead. Intercepted by Martin. Martin ahead to Roderick. Shot deflects outside the far circle. Held in at the far point, but the Irish have it. Coming down the far boards is Kosecki, who sends it deep. There's a shot. Pad save by Davis into the near corner. That puck lifted back into the neutral zone. Picked up and fired ahead by Eder, deep into the Pioneer zone. Coming down the far side, cross ice pass. McDaniel over his own blue line. That pass intercepted, left it deep. 3-on-2 as that steered into the far corner. Now lifted underneath the near circle. Pioneer sends it ahead. Here comes Roderick. Roderick with the blast from the blue line. That deflected by a defenseman. And the puck in along the near boards. Through the neutral zone. The puck outside, top of the far circle, trying to get to it. Spinning puck. The Irish set it up as they come over their own blue line. Waldo gains the zone. At the far point, moves it over, top of the near circle. Eder with the shot. That's saved by Davis. 10:16 left to go here in the third period. Pioneer 4 and the Irish 3. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That's to Davis's right. Pioneer going from left to right here in this all-important third period. As that puck into the near corner, Churchill trying to send it along the near boards. Lipinski trying to hold it in. The puck lifted as Wilson sends it ahead. The puck down the far boards, collected in by Husick. Husick sends it right back behind his own goal into the near corner. Battle for it outside the near circle. Wilson trying to get to it. That deflects. Outside the far circle, Husick chips it ahead. All the way back to the Pioneer blue line. Chasing it, Churchill. Back behind his own goal. Churchill fires it ahead. That chipped. Coming back, battle for it in the neutral zone. Lucas Schaefer, cross-ice pass intercepted by Waldo. He feeds it ahead down the far boards. Over center ice. That fired back in deep into the Pioneer zone. Lipinski chases it into the far corner. Loose puck, top of the near circle. That brought in, bouncing puck still on the near circle. Now headed the other way. Here comes Pioneer with it. Wilson outside the near circle of the Irish zone. He sends it into the slot. That knocked away by Lipinski. Held in at the blue line. Shot. And deflects out in front. Through the slot. Trying to fire it in. Pioneer. The puck loose on the far side. As that was Lucas Schaefer down to try and get to it. The puck brought back into the neutral zone. As Jackal has it at the own slot in its own zone. Sends it into the neutral zone. Lucas Schaefer chips it back over to Kresge. Kresge chases it into the near corner. He's pinned against the boards. 8:47 left to go here in the third. Pioneer with the 1-goal lead, 4-3. Brewer rims the puck around the far boards, trying to get it to Reiser. That chip back into the far corner. Eder sends it the other direction. McDaniel stops it at the near point. That's a shot. Blocked out in front. Good job by Brewer to block that. Fired ahead. Chipped away, and Reiser fires it, and that held on and covered up by Davis. 8:22 left to go here in the third. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle in the Pioneer zone. That to Davis's left. Roderick in to take the face-off for Pioneer. And it's Kosecki on the other side. That puck loose outside the far circle. Jasinski. Cross-ice pass. Banks off the near boards. Chasing it. Wilkins trying to get to it. That lifted back to Roderick. Now Wilkins chips it as it goes back in along the end boards. Eder has it back behind his own goal. Feeds it in along the near boards. That grab by Churchill. Now slips back the puck into the neutral zone. Grabbed and fired ahead by Martin. And offsides the call. Trying to feed it over to Tazinski. I think the player was just over the blue line on the near side. Face-off in the far face-off circle. 7:56 left to go here in the third period. 4-3 Pioneer with the lead. Roderick versus Garza in the far face-off circle. That controlled by the Irish as they send it over on the near side to Eder. Eder sends it all the way down. Icing called. That'll move it back into the Irish zone with 7:46 left here in the third. Pioneer got out to a 3-0 lead. The Irish came back, made it 3-2. Pioneer able to push it back to 4-2. Then the Irish scoring to make it 4-3 with 8 seconds left to go in the second. Rominski taking the faceoff in along the near boards for Pioneer. That into the near corner. Lifted, skied, trying to get to it. Coming ahead, here comes Holiday. Holiday has it poked away. Sutton chasing it, now down the near boards. That fired back in by Garza. The puck steered on the far circle, sent ahead. Loose trying to get to it is Sherbeck. Fires it back into the Pioneer zone. McDaniel in along the near boards to Kresge. He backhands it ahead. Here comes Pioneer racing. Rominski chases it outside the near circle. He and Etters battling. Rominski trying to get back over to Sutton. And puck bounces all the way. Here comes Lipinski over center ice. Lipinski down the far boards. Lipinski, high slot shot. Saved by Davis. 6:58 left to go here in the third. 4-3. Pioneer with the lead. Irish keeping the pressure on Pioneer. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Lucas Schaefer in to take the face-off. Waldo on the other side. That puck, high slot, deflected into the far corner. Tuzinski picks it up there. Or excuse me, Lucas Schaefer picks it up there. That's sent ahead. Now Wilson trying to peel it away. That held in. Top of the far circle. Spinning with the Jackal. Lucas Schaefer grabbed it. Now the puck, bottom of the far circle. And it's sent ahead by Brewer. All the way back to the Pioneer blue line. The puck. Pioneer trying to get it out of the zone. Would not go. Now the Irish control. Brought back into the Pioneer zone. And lifted back. That will be whistled dead. 6:21 left to go here in the third. Penalty to Pioneer. That's Lucas Schaefer into the box. At 6:21. Face off in the far face-off circle. The puck back to the far point. Huge penalty kill here for Pioneer. Top of the far circle. Father Gabriel Richard centering attempt. And knocked away. Excellent job by Roderick to get it out of the zone. Pulled back in. Lipinski chasing it. The puck controlled on the near circle and launched all the way down the ice. As it comes in along the end boards. Brewer picks it up in the near corner of his own zone. Roderick back there to cause issues. Now Lipinski feeds it. Coming ahead. Here comes Waldo over center ice. Waldo gaining the zone. He and Roderick got tied up. That lifted back and cleared all the way down the ice. Burke will stop it in the near corner. Holding the call on Lucas Schaefer. And puck sent ahead. The Irish have it down the far boards. That's chipped into the far corner. McDaniel pinned against the boards back behind his own goal. Pair of Irish trying to peel that away. Centering attempt through the slot. One-timer. That one just goes wide into the near corner. Trying to set it up. That lifted all the way down. Pioneer able to clear. 48 seconds left to go in the Pioneer penalty kill. Lipinski has it outside the near circle. And Pioneer trying to hold it in. As that's Tuzinski coming away. Waldo over center ice. Waldo, top of the far circle. Waldo goes back behind the Pioneer goal. Still controls in the near corner. Waldo trying to feed it back to Lipinski at the near point. That puck into the near corner. Lifted back. Now underneath the shot from the top of the far circle. Trying to cover up the puck. Still loose. Davis got a good save. Pioneer getting out of the zone. Here comes a breakaway for Jackal. Jackal in the slot. Shot and scores! Short-handed. Jackal makes it 5-3. On a breakaway at 4:28. Pioneer pushes it back to a 2-goal lead. We'll see if there's an assist on that, but beautiful breakaway by Jackal. Nice move. Burke had good position, and Jackal making that extra move to make it tough on Burke. Pioneer pushes it to a 2-goal lead, but you know these Irish are going to continue to pressure Pioneer, as they have not quit once in this game. The puck in along the far boards. That lifted ahead by Sherbeck, launched by Pioneer into the far corner. Etters has it in along the end boards. Etters moves it, battle for it, top of the far circle, and put all the way back. That'll be icing. That's an unassisted goal by Jackal. As that puck will come back into the Irish zone. Face off in the far face-off circle. That is to Burke's right. As Kosecki in to take the face-off for the Irish. As that puck controlled by the Irish as they come over their own blue line. Cross-ice pass. Edders brings it in. Top of the near circle. Blocker saved by Davis. Into the near corner. And lifted ahead by Churchill. Now a race for it. Pioneer has it outside the far circle. Battle for it is Tuzinski trying to poke that away. The puck loose. Controlled by Wilkins. Sends it back in along the end boards. Grabbed in along the near boards as the Irish control back out to center ice. As Churchill trying to fire it the other direction. The puck loose. Tuzinski has it. Tuzinski feeds it back. Coming ahead with it. Churchill over center ice. Coming down the near boards. Churchill fires it deep. That rims outside the far circle. Roderick sends it back into the near corner. 3:15 left to go here in the third. Pioneer 5. The Irish 3. The puck into the near corner. Wilkins chips it off of the end boards. Gathered in by Edders. He backhands it deep. That goes into the neutral zone. Picked up by McDaniel right at his own blue line. They're going to call a hand pass. Going to call a hand pass on Pioneer, and that's going to put it back into the Pioneer zone. The official have a better view of it than I do. Face-off is going to be to Davis's left. Shot off the face-off. That goes outside the near circle. As Brewer with the shot. Top of the far circle. Davis with the save. Oh, Waldo was right out in front looking for a rebound. Davis would not oblige. So he's able to cover that up. Under 3 minutes to go. 2:56 to be exact. Left in the third. Pioneer by 2. Waldo in to take the face-off on the near face-off circle. As that puck lifted back into the neutral zone. Chasing it, Husek coming down the far boards. Husek sends it deep. Kresge underneath the near circle. He ricochets it off the near boards. Firing ahead is Wilson. Wilson had it, that pulled away. Lipinski on the far circle, backhanded shot. Good save by Davis. The puck loose. Another shot. Davis clicks it into the near corner. Lucas Schaefer trying to pull it away. Now that puck back behind the goal, coming ahead. Here comes Pioneer with it. As making some nifty moves is Kresge. Kresge gains his own on the near circle, getting through the slot as he goes diving. As that puck launched all the way back into the Pioneer zone. That'll be icing and bring it back into the Irish end. 2:11 left to go here in the third. Pioneer 5, the Irish 3. Again, the winner gets to play for the Dan Jilek Tournament Ann Arbor Cup tomorrow at 3 o'clock. The team on the short end of the stick today plays at 12:30 in the consolation game. Irish control as they fire it into the neutral zone. Edders chases it outside the near circle, or Pioneer zone, excuse me. That's Kulik with the shot. Davis with the save. Roderick sends it in along the near boards of his own zone. That gathered in. Here comes Wilkins who feeds it ahead. Grabbing it. Tuzinski races for it. Tuzinski back behind the goal. Tuzinski ridden off the puck by Edders. That comes back into the near corner. Spinning with it. Chipped away. Defensive play. There is a penalty upcoming. It looks like a charging call. That at 1:41. Charging. Face off Pioneer on the power. As that comes back. Lifted all the way back. Scherbeck in the box. Roderick has it outside the far circle. Centering attempt. Trying to get to Jackal. Backhanded shot. Saved by Burke. The puck still loose on the far side. Comes outside the far circle. Waldo trying to chip it away. And puck comes back behind the goal. Sending it ahead and along the near boards. Collected by Brewer on the near circle of his own zone. Brewer Sends it to neutral zone. That went off of Roderick's skate. Collected back behind the goal into the near corner. Roderick trying to pick it up outside the near circle. He goes into the near corner. Brewer trying to send it for a ride out through the slot. McDaniel trying to hold it in. That puck skipped over his stick. Delayed offsides as Pioneer has to touch up. 47 seconds left to go. As we'll keep an eye on Burke to our right. 40 seconds left to go. Pioneer with the 2-goal lead. The Irish control back behind their own goal. As that's sent ahead by Brewer, intercepted right at center ice. Here comes Pioneer into the zone. Kresge battling outside the near circle. 23 seconds left to go. The puck back behind the Irish goal. As it comes to the far side, Kresge still trying to battle a trio of Irish back there. The Irish bring it on the near side. 12 seconds left to go. They fire it all the way down the ice, clear it, as that shot by Lipinski off the side of the net. 3 seconds left to go. Pioneer feeds it ahead, and that will do it. Pioneer wins the opening round versus Father Gabriel Richard. Pioneer will play at 3 o'clock tomorrow to win the Dan Jilek Tournament and hoist the Ann Arbor Cup. Pioneer won it 2 years ago. The game was not held last year as we go to the best tradition in all of sports, the post-game handshake. In the third, it was a tripping call to Waldo at 14:21. Then Lucas Schaefer took a holding call at 6:21. Pioneer scored a goal on a breakaway as Jackal, unassisted, short-handed at 4:28. And then it was a penalty to the Irish as Scherbeck took a charging call at 1:41. Again, the Irish never giving up. They got down early, but fought back. Pioneer able to hold on, 2-goal win this time. And they will play the winner of Huron and Skyline tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Well, if you want to see more hockey, Huron and Skyline will play shortly after this game clears off. So Huron and Skyline will play next, and then we'll have 2 games tomorrow, 12:30 for the Irish versus the loser of the next game. Then Pioneer will take on the winner at 3 o'clock. For my camera person, Christina Wiseman, this is Mark Wiseman. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you on air tomorrow. Thank you, and good night.